Hey guys, thanks for stopping by SmokinSteve's today. Now, normally I start out a video by saying we got a good one for you today. But guess what? We really got a good one for you today. And that's no joke. We're going to be fixing up some breaded pork tenderloins. Now, it's kind of a Midwestern thing. We moved to Florida here, and you can't find them on the menus. You can't find them anywhere. But back in Indiana, where we grew up and lived for many years, you could always find a breaded tenderloin about any restaurant you went to, and it makes for some good eating, believe me. But we're going to get these fixed up here at SmokinSteve's today. We're going to be cooking on the RecTeq Bullseye using the griddle. Okay, and we're going to be using Bear Mountain bourbon barbecue pellets to smoke it with, and also some Dizzy Pig Dizzy Dust seasoning. We're going to be using this in the breading. And what these breaded pork tenderloins are, it's a pork tenderloin all pounded out and made pretty flat, and you bread it and fry it up. You can do it on the stove in a skillet, but today we're going to be using the griddle. It makes for some good eating. So guys, we're going to get this thing prepped up and show you how we get it done here at SmokinSteve's. Okay guys, I just want to point out that we did start out with a pork loin, you know, a long log, and I've cut it up and used some of it in some other cooks and what have you. And we have some chunks here that I had previously cut out of that pork loin and cut them into chunks and pulled these guys out of the freezer. And this is what we're going to be using to make our breaded pork tenderloins. Now what I'm going to plan on doing is taking a knife and butterflying these open and then pounding them flat with this little guy right here. Okay. Since they're this thick, I'm going to try butterflying them first. That way it'll be a lot less pounding with this to get them the way I want them. And I'm going to have a link to this if you want to pick one up. Got a meat tenderizer on the one side here and just a flat side here for flattening your meats out. So that's a pretty handy tool. I'll have a link underneath the video in the description section for this and the Bear Mountain pellets and Dizzy Pig rubs and high temperature gloves, a whole lot of stuff, cleaners, temperature probes, just a lot of stuff there. Check them out, guys. Some of my favorite stuff that I like to use in some of my cooks. So be sure to check those out. But let's go ahead and get this started, and I'll show you what we're going to do. Okay, I grabbed one of these chunks here, and you can see how thick it is here. And going to be using this fillet knife here. This is one of my favorite things as well. You'll find the link underneath the video for one of these too. But we're just going to go ahead and try to butterfly this open here a little bit. Now, I'm not wanting to cut all the way through it. I'm kind of wanting to leave a hinge on that other side so I can just open this up and flatten it up a little bit. Just kind of flatten that out like that. And we're going to go ahead and do that to all four of these guys. And then we'll get the hammer after them and get them all flattened out. Alrighty, let's get this process underway here. This is the fun part. Now we got cutting boards here to kind of absorb the shock from all the hammering we're going to be doing. But got some plastic wrap underneath the pork loin here, and we're going to put that over the top as well. Then we're just going to start hammering this guy out and try to get it the way we want it. Just like so. breaded pork tenderloins are generally pretty thin. So I feel like this is about right here. So we're going to call that good, and we're going to go ahead and continue on with the other three and get those flattened out as well. Okay, this is the second one I've done here. As you can see, as I flattened it out, it got pretty big. So we may cut this in two here. So that'll make two patties for us. But let me finish getting this done here and get those other two done, and we'll be on our way. Okay guys, this is the last of the four all flattened out. Now, as I said, I cut those that pork loin up into chunks, and had I known I was going to be making these breaded pork tenderloins, I wouldn't have had to cut them, you know, so wide, and that way if I cut them thinner, I wouldn't have had to butterfly them. But since I cut them so wide, I had to butterfly them and then flatten them out. But if you do cut them thin and flatten them out, it's not going to be this big for you. Okay, so if you do cut them thicker and then butterfly it and then flatten it out, it's going to be more big. So let's go ahead and get this stuff breaded up and get to rocking and rolling. Okay, here's what we're going to use for our breading. We got some crackers here. We're going to be using a half a sleeve of the crackers, and panko crumbs, half a cup of those, and a teaspoon of the dizzy dust. And we got it here in this little mixer, and we're going to get that all mixed up and ready to go. If you don't have one of these mixers, just put it in a little baggie or something and take that hammer and crunch her up. So let's get her mixed up. Here's what we got after we mixed her up in our little mixer here. Looking good already. Okay, I've got this all dumped out here, and it doesn't really look like it's going to be enough breading for us to get all that, all those pieces coated. So we're going to go ahead and double up and make another batch of the panko and the crackers and the rub. So we'll get another batch made up and add it to this. Okay, got this breading process underway here. We got 2 eggs and milk in here, mixture, and we got a piece of our pork loin in here. So we get that coated up nice and nice on here, and let it drip off a little bit. Then throw her over here in our crumbs that we mixed up. Get some on top. Now, want a nice even coat on here if you can get it. Some of it's going to fall off, but try to get it the best you can. Guys, these might look a little big to you, but this is the way they serve these tenderloins up. They're always generally hanging over the edge of the bun, which is good. These things are really good. If you've never tried them before and make these, you're going to be in for a real treat. So this guy's coated up pretty good, so we can throw her on our plate here and go on to the next one. Okay, we did put some oil in here so we can get the breaded tenderloin patties all fried up in that oil. And I did jump the temperature up to 500 degrees to get that grill nice and hot. Okay, let's go ahead and check this griddle temperature. 326, 330, 345, 360. So we're going to let it heat up just a little bit more, and we're going to be throwing those patties on there. Okay, they've been on here a few minutes now, and these are looking good. Let's take a look at this one underneath here. Yeah, it's getting brown, about ready to flip. So guys, what you want to do is just keep an eye on these and keep checking on them. And as they brown, and they get as brown as you want them to get them without burning them, you want to go ahead and flip them and take them off when both sides are brown. And just continue that process. Just keep an eye on them. Okay guys, let's take a look at these. This is looking pretty good, so we're going to go ahead and throw them on the paper towel over here. Let some of that grease get off there. Let's check this guy. We'll let him, leave him on here a few more minutes. These are really looking good. Let's get that lid closed, let them cook. Okay guys, we're down to the last one. Let's go ahead and check him out. Yeah, I think that one's ready too. These are looking awesome. So we're going to go ahead and power down this grill and get these guys inside. Look at these babies. I got them inside here. They're smelling good and they're looking good. We're going to go ahead and make one of these sandwiches up, and I'm going to do a taste test and let you know how it is. Okay guys, this is the way I remember a breaded pork tenderloin sandwich. Tenderloin, it's hanging outside the bun. That's the way you want it. It's looking good. I got some onion, I got some pickle on there, a little mayo. Now the taste test. My favorite part right here. Look at this guy, looking good. We're just gonna get a little bite here on the edge, see what it's like. Oh yeah. Just like I remember it. This is good stuff. Guys, it don't matter whether you're from Midwest, where you're from, this is good. Give it a try. You'll thank me later. Guys, be sure to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, share the video, and I hope to see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.